I'm Dr. Arthur Abrom, Superintendent of the Lebanon School District. Our district, which was founded in 1852, has produced a long line of distinguished alumni. From outstanding athletes to distinguished lawyers, doctors, politicians, and other professionals, Lebanon alumni have contributed greatly to our local community and to the nation at large. We're so very proud of the accomplishments of our graduates, and this year we are continuing our recognition of Cedar excellence with the induction of 2 new members to our Distinguished Alumni Association. Our 2022 Distinguished Alumni honorees are Dr. Jeffrey Yoakum and Mrs. Betty Eisman. Dr. Yoakum has served our community as a family doctor since graduating from medical school in 1983. Mrs. Eisman has served our city in a number of capacities, notably as our first female mayor. Dr. Yoakum and Mrs. Eisman both sat down with WLHS staffer Iris Krause to share their thoughts on their time spent in the Lebanon School District and their distinguished careers.
Hi, Mrs. Eisman. It's so nice to meet you. Congratulations on being one of this year's distinguished alumni. What is one of your fondest memories of your time in the Lebanon School District?
I just enjoy belonging to some of the organizations. I like my classes. I like my teachers. I like the fact that, I'm finally in high school and I can do more than I did before.
Mm-hmm.
It was just an enjoyable experience. It really was. To be not up here. I was out of the one. I was out of the one on 8th Street. But even so, it was a challenge, and there were a lot of good things. And I do remember learning to drive out there.
Did you have a favorite teacher? Can you tell us a little bit about them and what made them so special to you?
Miss Joan Nichols.
Mm-hmm.
She taught English. She was very much into the arts. She taught me that poetry could be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She made the whole class write poetry, and then she sent it away, and mine happened to be published in just a little magazine.
Oh, wow.
That was sent back to the school. But she taught me that reading is a thing to do, that if you want to better yourself and do other things, read. She was like a role model.
Mm-hmm. How did your education at LHS help you as you ventured out into the real world?
Well, it taught me patience. It taught me that I have to look at other people's views. It taught me that to do something, I have to start it and I have to finish it.
Yes.
The many things that I was involved in school taught me how to get along with people, how to make better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It was the experience of a lifetime.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to current LHS students, maybe seniors who are set to graduate?
Whatever you do, do it well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you make your decisions as to what you want to do, follow through on it. Check it out first. Visit the schools to make sure that this is what you want to do. Whatever you're thinking about doing, make sure that you can go to a location, see what it's like, see if it's exactly what you think it is, and then if you graduate from Lebanon High School, you are prepared to go out into the community. And I would advise you to, once you're out and you have time, volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteer really gives you a different perspective on a lot of things. Into the world and you start working and maybe you go into a school and continue your education, but you never forget what you learned in high school.
Yeah, that's definitely true. A lot of memorable information.
I would have loved to have been in this one. Ours was just square rooms and very few windows and passing from class to class, and it was okay. I got a good education. And I think that's the important thing.
Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with us.
Hello, Dr. Yoakum. Thank you so much for seeing us today and all your service for the Lebanon community. How do you feel about being one of this year's LHS Distinguished Alumni?
I was astounded, and the pleasure, I can tell you, Iris, all the time I've spent in Lebanon from the time I was born, obviously, until now, Lebanon High brings back many great memories.
How has your time at Lebanon High impacted your current life?
Well, from the time I was at Lebanon High School, my goal was to become a doctor. And Lebanon High really provided me with the groundwork in order to proceed on. I went to college at Bucknell University and then Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, and Lebanon High provided the basis to continue to grow.
Do you have a fond memory of when you attended LHS?
I have many fond memories. Any one specific? I think probably one of the biggest moments was when I was elected student council president my junior year.
Oh, wow.
Which was unheard of at that time. I was the first junior to ever be elected student council president.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. How would you say your education at LHS prepared you for college or having a job, to name a few?
Well, the Lebanon High, when I went to Bucknell, I was more than prepared for what I had to deal with at Bucknell. So Lebanon High gave me a firm ground to proceed on to Bucknell and not feel, nervous and anxious about the college experience.
What inspired you to pursue a career in the medical field?
Well, Iris, the office we're sitting in now was started by my father in 1942. And so from the time I was a little boy, my dad used to take me on house calls and take me to the hospital. So I knew from when I was a little boy that this is what I wanted to do.
Do you have any advice to give LHS students interested in the medical field?
Pursue your dreams, study hard, and get the groundwork for education, and it'll all proceed easily from there.
What made you decide to come back to Lebanon and start a business? Well, yeah. You said it was
my father was here, and I came. He started here in '42. I came in '83, and he retired in '86. So I knew I was going to be, the main one in charge. And the goal here is my son, my youngest son, Austin, is pursuing a medical degree, and he's in his third year of med school. So he will be coming, hopefully, back and doing the same thing that I did with my father.
Oh, wow.
So the business should continue. LHS students, you have a good groundwork. You have a great student body that's interested in pursuing goals, and you have a great educational system in Lebanon that's going to help you get there, as long as you do your part of working hard and studying hard. The building you're in now, I was the first class to go all the way through freshman year to senior year. I was the first freshman class.
Wow.
At Lebanon High. Good question. My father had a brother and a sister. Their father was a chiropractor, and he had his office at 8th and Mifflin Street, which is a house right now. They lived on the first floor, and he had his office on the second floor. And my dad's brother and sister all became family doctors.
Thank you so much for doing this interview,
Absolutely.
Dr. Newman. We
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.